But the best part is her voice, which is based on the videos we made a few years ago, back when Brittany came to my house every weekend and we goofed around with my camcorder. The VR program splices Brittany's voice from the videos, rearranging her words to make natural-sounding conversations. Okay, not exactly natural-sounding. It works best when the conversations are short. Smiling, she steps toward me. Her blonde hair sways in the virtual breeze. "Good luck, Adam." Her eyes are amazing. They seem to change color as I stare at her. One moment blue, the next grayish-green. This isn't a bug in the programming. I've seen it happen in real life, too. I shiver at the sight. So strange and yet so familiar. It reminds me of how much I miss the real Brittany. I haven't seen her in so long. Then, the virtual Brittany disappears. The entire football field slips from view, all the players and cheerleaders and fans, and I see the dull beige walls of my dad's office at the Unicorp lab. The VR goggles have slid off my face. It must have happened when I shivered. Because the muscles in my neck are so weak, it's hard to keep my head upright. Luckily, the goggles fell into my lap, and they're still within reach. They're black and fairly heavy, with miniature loudspeakers built into the earpieces. The goggles are connected wirelessly to the server computer on the other side of the room, where the VR program is running. If Dad were here, I'd ask for help, but he stepped out of the office a while ago. Now that I think about it, he's been gone a long time, almost half an hour. He usually likes to keep an eye on me when I'm playing with the computers in his office, which are much faster than the ones we have at home. I could alert him by pressing the lifeline button that hangs from the cord around my neck, but I'm not supposed to use that thing unless there's an emergency. And besides, I'm not completely helpless. Although I can't move my left arm anymore, I have pretty good control over my right. I can still hold a fork and feed myself, and I can still surf the web and write software code. I send commands to the computer using a custom-made joystick that Dad attached to the right-hand armrest of my wheelchair. I lift my hand from the armrest and gauge the distance to the goggles. They rest on my useless thighs, which stopped working 5 years ago, when I was 12. Lowering my hand, I grasp one of the earpieces and get a firm grip. Then I raise the goggles to my face and try to slide the earpieces over my ears. It isn't easy. My hand trembles because the goggles are so heavy. The earpieces slide below my ears and down to my neck. I try again, but the trembling gets worse. I want so badly to return to the VR program and see Brittany Taylor smiling at me. I'd give anything just to see her face again. I'm breathing hard, and the muscles in my chest are aching. Then, miracle of miracles, the goggles slide into place, and I'm back on the football field. But instead of Brittany, I see the ruddy, weathered face of Coach McGrath on the screen. "Let's go, Armstrong! Get on the field! Shotgun formation!" The image of the coach is also based on photos, mostly from the online version of the school newspaper. For the sake of realism, I programmed the virtual McGrath to have the same bad temper as the Yorktown coach, and the same football strategy, too. He likes passing plays better than running plays, and his favorite offense formation is the shotgun. The program uses artificial intelligence software to determine which plays McGrath will call. I got the AI software from my dad, who runs the lab that makes artificial intelligence programs for Unicorp. He's sort of famous for writing the AI program called Quiz Show, which defeated the champions of Jeopardy on TV. The only problem is that I don't always agree with the software's strategy. The program doesn't care about anything but winning, and I'm more interested in having fun. I flick the wheelchair's custom joystick to the left, which moves my avatar onto the virtual field. Near the line of scrimmage, I huddle with my teammates. Almost all of them have plain, simply drawn faces. To be honest, I don't know most of the guys on the Yorktown team, so I didn't put much effort into perfecting their virtual likenesses. The one exception is the fullback, Ryan Boyd, who happens to be my best friend. I tried to make the virtual Ryan look as realistic as possible, right down to the U-shaped scar on his chin. He grins as we lean into the huddle. "Let me guess," he says. "Coach wants the shotgun, right?" I don't answer right away.